Hello, everyone. We are here. We have the game between who I believe to be CTC and mncmt or mncmt. I'm not really sure what the name is. So that is the game that we're seeing here. Trying to figure out who's who. I think that CTC is the eternal CTC. Yeah, okay, there we go. So he's using a bit of a balanced team. Kind of has a Hippowdon, Jirachi, Rotom, Heat, Corviknight, Toxapex, and Hydreigon, whereas mncmt, mincemeat kind of dude. I don't know how to say it really. Excuse me, it's just drinking soda. I decided to record in the spot, so pardon me. He's using a bit more of an offensive team. It's got Stealth Rock, Rhyperior with Weakness Policy, which makes a lot of sense. It's pretty much forcing damage on something or other. Grimmsnarl, Screens, Attorney, Hatterini. It's got Magic Bounce and also a really annoying array of attacks. Cloister, Shell Smash. Dragapult might be Dragon Dance. It could be Scarf, I guess. I think that the Aegislash is not choice for other Swords Dance. Maybe even Double Dance. We'll wait and see. Sorry, just get another drink. But yeah, so turn one. I see the Earthquake into this. Activate Weakness Policy. In the follow-up, Earthquake, so both sides go for Earthquake. And despite the Hippowdon's Earthquake being super effective due to Solid Rock and the Weakness Policy boost, the Rhyperior's Earthquake is in fact going to do 58 and 2-hit KO the Hippowdon if it wishes to stay in, which is important considering that Weakness Hippowdon opens things up for Dragapult and Aegislash. So that is great, as the only other Ghost resist is Hydreigon. And it is in fact going to be a 2-hit KO, as Hippowdon likes to set up rocks, which is fine, but I'm not sure if from this range anything on CTC's team can not only outrun, but also kill that Rhyperior in one hit as Sands is up. So now we can either see the see the CTC side potentially trade this incoming Hydreigon for damage on Rhyperior, or we can see a pivot trying to bait a rock move as we see the Jirachi come out on that Stone Edge. Or if mncmt doesn't want to play prediction games, he could just set up Stealth Rocks, which is a conservative but respectful play, although there is a Defogger in Corviknight and probably a Heavy Duty Boots Rotom H on the other side. So yeah, I don't think this Rhyperior's chance of dying in sand, though, firing a Choice Specs Hydreigon, or like it carrying Surf, which it has no reason to in this metagame. So wait and see. We could very well see a U-turn in Jirachi again, and then like a couple flinch turns, or maybe a pivot back to this on Earthquake to stall sand turns, So we'll wait and see. Anyway, we're looking like both players taking their time here. I think that mncmt has an early advantage, despite Rocks being up on his side, which they are hard to get up against Hatterini. I think it's a really good play for him to get rid of that Hippowdon, and that's not going to die, as we see. So, despite Life Orb, Rock Blast with one hit, 2 hits, is going to hit again. It is going to hit again, and it's going to take that out. So it's going to be 2 kills for that Rhyperior, and that's going to take out that Hippowdon against 2 Ghost types, which I don't view as a very smart play from CTC. I think he probably sent that Hydreigon into Rhyperior, sorry. Perhaps before talking, but anyway, this Jirachi is undoubtedly going to be able to take this out, be it with U-turn or Iron Head, depending on what he wants in. I don't think he wants to keep this in, though, seeing as 2 Ghost types there, but he feels otherwise, so he's going to get that kill off there. And right now, the series is 2-1 in favor of the Runers over the Tyrants, for those of you that aren't aware. This was actually a rematch of last year's finals, where the Runers and Tyrants went to a tiebreak after a very early lead by the Tyrants was cut short, 6-3 to 6-6, and then the Runers won the tiebreak. But anyway, 2 kills with that Rhyperior, and the Balloon Aegislash. It is indeed confirming my theory that it's likely the Swords Dance rank is coming here to pose an immediate threat to CTC's team. Thankfully for CTC, he does have a Toxapex, which is almost definitely going to be physically defensive, and therefore able to live a +2 Shadow Claw. Even with a critical hit would mean that another one at +0 would kill, whereas without that, I don't think that would be the case. We could potentially see a double switch out to something like that Grimmsnarl. but I think U-turn is within the realm of possibilities for his draw. Actually, no, it's Trick Scarf strategy. Yeah, Trick Scarf strategy is actually quite good in this metagame. But yeah, let's wait and see. So they're both taking their time once more. Again, 2-1 in favor of the winners. Earlier today, Gondra was able to defeat Blunder. And previously, they traded the Black-White game, which Caetano beat John W. in, which I actually brought on this channel. You guys probably saw that. And prior to that, Troller was able to emerge victorious against Yoga for Dex and RBY. We're going to see the Rotom Heat come in here on a close combat. Okay, interestingly enough, no Toxfix there. Rotom Heat's a nice mid-ground down. It's only going to take 46 from that close combat as Sand wears out. So Sand is now off the field for the remainder of the battle, if that happens to matter. We're going to see Grimmsnarl come in here on a discharge that is going to do 30%. Not going to paralyze, however, so screens are more likely not going to go up. As Toxfix comes in, I think you could go Hatterini here, or you could just taunt. He goes to Hatterini, in fact. I think that's Camila Mendez, an actress who's quite attractive in my eyes. It's going to knock off a Leftovers, interestingly enough. I'd imagine that we're going to see a Mystical Fire here, perhaps predicting the Jirachi or the Corviknight to come on in. I wonder if we will see perhaps an Aegislash or a Dragapult double switch, or alternatively Grimmsnarl, or just a Psychic. I'm trying to predict the Pegasus Day, and there are a whole wide array of plays that are possible here, but I think that CTC is inclined to switch here to either of the Psychic Resists, and those both lead to Mystical Fire. It's going to be a Scald on that Mystical Fire, so CTC correctly predicts the Mystical Fire, but he's not going to get the burn as a reward for that, and he's going to do that one more time on a Trick Room. Okay, so all of a sudden, this is in, not burnt. It's Calm Mind Trick Room? What? On the recover. Oh, shit. Are we going to see another Mystical Fire here? No, he's going to go for a Psychic into that, and that's not going to do much at all. And it's especially defensive stretch. It's kind of irrelevant. I feel as if this was not the best set, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I don't know if Mystical Fire is going to be able to do a ton. Look at that damage. Psychic at +1 would have done about half. So Iron Head almost definitely takes this out as well. Looks kind of bleak without any Reflect Up. With that said, no Toxic Spikes per set, so the Cloister and the Dragapult are still unstatused. And on top of that, this reveals it to be Leftovers, so it's not Scarf. In fact, it's probably Scarf Rotom then. And Scarf Rotom, interesting thing about this Jirachi is, assuming it stays healthy, it's able to check Cloister barring repeated flinches. Potentially, it has to have Body Slam, I guess. So Rotom's going to come in another close combat, but it's going to receive a Wish, so all of a sudden it's back up to 75%. And with Rhyperior down, it's free to potentially fire off a Discharge or Volt Switch. Perhaps it is not a Scarf variant, and it's simply a very slow team from CTC. Seeing as it is Discharge isn't too common on Scarf. And we're going to see Grimmsnarl here, so you're going to overheat predicting the Grimmsnarl, in fact, which is a fantastic play. Going to be a kill there. It's going to even out 4-4. However, with the screens off the field now, Andy Grimmsnarl dead, so they're not coming back up. The Dragapult comes in, and it can potentially set up here, especially if it's not a Will-O-Wisp variant of that Rotom Heat, and it is indeed a Dragon Dance variant. However, if it is Haze Toxfix, so that could check it. So we're going to have to wait and see if the set is going to be able to do it or not. Interestingly enough, Corviknight is going to be the switch on the Dragon Dance. Not Pex. It's going to be another Dragon Dance here on a Brave Bird, which looks like it might very well to a Kyo. I don't think that second Dragon Dance was the optimal play there. But I guess we can see a Phantom Force here at +2. If it's Life Orb, maybe it could kill. I don't think so. Although Dragapult does have a lot of... What? I can't say I understand what that was about. I think you just had to go into Phantom Force unless you didn't have it. But That said, it looks like with the Dragon Darts just scratching the Corviknight for a bit over half health, the game looks like it's a very favorable position for CTC at this point, barring running crits with the Aegislash on the Toxapex, unless the Toxapex just doesn't have haze, in which case, yes, only really needs one. That said, we're going to see the Cloister go for that Shell Smash here, and he's going to indeed be able to take out that Corviknight after taking 48% from a Brave Bird, which puts it in range for Iron Head from Jirachi, seeing it's at -1. However, a couple flinches here could very well turn the game in the favor of the Runers and Mincemeat, so we'll have to wait and see again. And here comes the first attempt at flinching it. We're seeing it do probably a little under half when it's all said and done. Leave it at 50. Iron Head, no flinch. He's going to take it out, and looking pretty good for the CTC side at this point in time. So I assume we're just going to see a Swords Dance here. Swords Dance, close combat. If it's Shadow Claw, then there's a chance. If it's Iron Head over Shadow Claw, then far less likely. Is that pull, like, not Phantom Force? Shadow, whatever the move is. I'm just confused, honestly. We're going to see the Rotom Heat come in on the Swords Dance. A great mid-ground by CTC there. And now it's going to basically be able to force a kill. And I don't think +2 sneak kills. Yeah, no, that only does 43. So it's actually a very defensive Rotom Heat, given that damage, which means that, yeah, there's no speed control on CTC. But that is fine here. It seems to have worked wonders against a very offensive team that we saw from the side of Mincemeat. And it looks as if CTC is going to emerge victorious here, barring some unprecedented levels of bullshit and fuckery. As this last Pokemon Hatterini, is not going to be able to muscle through that. Oh, wait, will it? Wait, will it? Hold up. The Calm Mind is under protect. Okay, wait. It's not over. Hold up. So Mystical Fire probably kills us at +2 now. So if he goes Rotom, wait. And Mystical Fire doesn't kill Rotom, then he could Trick Room again as this runs out. That Protect was like a joke, but maybe it was a roll to kill. I don't know. Wait up. I don't know what Mystical Fire does, but I think you click it here if you are on the Mincemeat side. So let's wait and see. Hold up, this just got very exciting. People in chat are saying it's 50-50, but I think there's one play here, and it's just Mystical Fire. And then you can fish for crit / paralysis with Discharge, I suppose. I think that Mincemeat might be favored to win this game, barring this doing less than I think. If this Jirachi is like max special defense, and this attorney is not like max modest, then maybe there's a chance Mystical Fire at +2 doesn't kill, especially after another leftovers turn, which you can get it in on the Trick Room turn. And then another turn after that, so you'd be up at like 76% health. 75. So this +2 Mystical Fire from a potentially max special attack Hatterini do 75 to a special defensive Jirachi. Oh, excuse me. Keep in mind, it's 136 base special attack, but +1 Psychic only did 13% before. However, that's like such a subset of a little damage roll. Well, CTC seems to be thinking this through, talking it out. I assume we're just going to see a Mystical Fire, but I guess if it's not enough, then it is a little bit of a 50-50 in that he has to Calm Mind in order to do enough damage on that switch to Rotom Heat after leftovers if it doesn't kill. For example, if he Mystical Fires from here, it probably kills, but let's say he goes to Mystical Fire into Rotom, Rotom lives, then he clicks Trick Room again so he can out-slow the Jirachi, and on that turn, he goes back to Jirachi, clicks Protect, then fodders the Rotom, and the following turn, he gets enough lefties to where he's able to live that +2. Therefore, Calm Mind again might be the play. He goes for Protect on the Mystical Fire, and he crits, and he dies, and Wow, I don't think that was ever the play for CTC. I think the play was always to go back to this. Did it matter? I don't think the crit mattered. Even if it was max special defense. So it looks like it's going to be 3-1. Barring paralysis and the full paralysis, no, it's not going to come. So mncmt's going to come back and win this game against CTC for a really clutch playoff victory against CTC, who not only popped off in the middle of the game, classic Tyrant fashion, but also seems to not be saying good game. Guess not, but that's a wrap. Good game in favor of the Runers. They're now going to be up 3-1 in the semifinals. Let's finish. Peace.